Recorded live with little or no editing. It's Defense Up on Run 7. How you doing? Today we're going over HULKsmith's defense. They're 37 million Diamond 3 in Crucible. And these are some pretty standard ones. However, there's a few tweaks that we want to talk about to make sure that if you're using some of these standard defenses, you're not falling into the mistakes. Now, first up is team number 1, the Infinity Watch. Awesome old team. Lots of value if you built this team a long time ago. I hate to tell people to build it now because they're so incredibly old, but man, they have held up so well. Good team, great ISOs, decent placement. It works for me. I can give this team an A. Team number 2 is the Unlimited team in Resurrection Protocols. This is where they work best, is in room 2. We have a Phoenix in here. Now, Phoenix is going to do a cleanse of the team. However, one of the best counters to the Unlimited team is the Walking Hate composition. That's Dormammu with S.A. Kestrel, Fury, and Shang-Chi. So that composition works really well because you do a basic into Gambit to get rid of an evade, and then the team dies and kind of comes back, and then you start stunning Gambit, and you control them, and it just crushes this team really well. But you have to do that basic into Gambit first. Kestrel's on that team, so when you eliminate Phoenix, she doesn't spawn back in. So the only thing you have to worry about is the cleanse from the Phoenix. However, if you have a smaller Phoenix and you were to place her next to Gambit, when you do the Kestrel basic into Gambit, it chains over to the Phoenix and knocks her lower, kills her, which puts a taunt over Rogue's head. And that screws up the stun, and you can't stun Gambit, and he starts killing the team faster, and things go haywire fast. So, if you have a great big Phoenix, probably don't want to use her on this composition and instead do what I do, which is I use a X-23 because she is an X-Men. She still has that X-Men tag. That's what's important for the taunt. And she's the smallest X-Men that I have, so I put her next to Gambit. She dies on that opening maneuver. Rogue taunts, and that Walking Hate counter falls apart. If you have a medium to smaller Phoenix, throw her in there next to Gambit. She can still do the cleanse and cause problems, but mostly it's the chain attack that's going to bounce into her and screw the whole thing up. That's why people are using Phoenix. So, we have Phoenix in the wrong spot. I think she's small enough that it could still work using this Phoenix. We just need to swap places with Sunfire and Phoenix to make it more effective. So, good composition, good ISOs, bad placement. So I'm going to give this one a B+. It would work so much better if we just swapped the position of those two. Moving on to room number 3, it's the Young Avengers. We have some weird investment going into Captain Marvel. Benny is a fan of this because Benny loves Captain Marvel. By the way, if you want to be a part of the scenes, behind the scenes, then join us on Twitch live Monday through Thursday. My schedule is going to change next week, so I don't even know when I'm going to be streaming, but I'm going to be streaming 5 days a week at some point in the day. Come find me, give me a follow, whatever. And you can be a part of the conversation because Benny was here and Pathfinder was here for a second and ZKG was here. I see RolfKieran just joined us as well. They like to come and talk these things out, and we come up with ideas, plus chat. Juicy's in chat. He loves giving us ideas and the rest of them. So come be a part of that. Okay, enough of that plug. Anyway, Captain Marvel probably overinvested. She just is too power crept. If you're going to invest heavily in certain characters on this team, it needs to be Squirrel Girl, it needs to be Kate Bishop. Those are the ones that are very impactful on this team. Like the Infinity Watch, this team is too old to be investing in now anyways, so I'd say just don't do it unless you're stacking Krakens with the big boys. Great team, though. It's a fantastic team to put on defense. You're just ignoring the whole creeping spiders thing. They don't really have anything to do with that. Maybe some bleeds or something in there, but I doubt it. Anyway, I like the team. The placement is kind of up to you. I don't really like Miss Marvel in the corner. Some people do for reasons. It doesn't really matter. I'm going to go ahead and give this team a reluctant A. I think it was an overinvestment in Captain Marvel. However, if you're going to be running the 5-piece and you have a Captain Marvel that hits hard, that does help. She starts with that ultimate, could do some damage. I don't know. I think the team would be better with a different investment of power, but it's good enough, so it gets the A. Team number 4 is Wakanda. We see this. It's here. It's done well. It's placed with all this. Who cares? It's Wakanda. Moving on. Team number 5 is Gamma and Doom in 5. don't put Gamma in 5. Just don't do it. Everybody is saying don't put Gamma in 5, yet still people put Gamma in 5. Red Hulk doesn't take a turn or a useful turn for like 16 rotations into this match or something, okay? His ultimate doesn't happen as soon as it should, and his basic or his special doesn't happen because that's reduced in energy. So he's basic attacking the first couple of times. It's garbage. Don't do it. Doom on the time platform ride might take Red Hulk and it might do something interesting, but honestly, new warriors are going to come into this and absolutely devastate it, and it's a total waste of what you could be doing, which is running a Darkhold in here. Darkhold 5-piece, Darkhold with APOC, Darkhold with Quicksilver, sorry. We'll get to Death Seed later. Darkhold with Quicksilver is a great one. I'm running that right now. I like saving my Apocalypse for offense. But don't put Gamma in 5. It just doesn't work. Put anything else in 5, not Gamma. Gamma could be used so much more effectively in any other room. So I really don't like this. I think this is a total fail for me. I think it's an absolute waste of one of the most powerful teams in the game. So I'm going to give this room an F. Get it out of here. I'll give it an F+ because you put Doom in there. That might cause something to happen. I doubt it, though. Team number 6 is the Rebirth team with Zemo. This is a great team to be using anybody other than US Agent in here. So you replace him with Zemo, you replace him with Green Hulk, you replace him with Black Widow, you replace him with Quicksilver. Don't do Nova. Nova doesn't really work in here. It was scary, and then everybody's like, it's not really a big deal because you can get rid of Nova pretty quick. We talked about using Vol in here, but Vol's cooldowns are just too far away to be useful. Don't use Vol in Crucible. That's Juicy's recommendation, is don't use Vol in Crucible, period. She's just too far off on the cooldowns. Even though she can get her exposed out there and people can hit that and get her energy and she can get to her ultimate eventually, there's just way better choices than Vol for room 6. Also, definitely don't use Vol in room 5. Because then she'll never put out her exposed and she'll never get the energy and she'll never get going. So definitely don't do that. Just don't do Vol in Crucible. I just don't think it's going to work. All right. So this is a great build. I like Zemo in there. It's effective. I don't know what I'm doing in there. I don't remember who I've got. I think I've got Green Hulk in there is what I'm running. They're all good. They're all good. The thing with Zemo is that he is speeding up your Winter Soldier. That's how that works. So if you're gonna put Zemo in, consider where you're at on your development with your Winter Soldier. You might want to build him a little bit bigger so when he pops off, he really snaps an enemy off the field. If you don't have a very big Winter Soldier, then maybe you should go with somebody like Green Hulk or a Quicksilver or something like that in here instead. Just don't use US Agent. He just doesn't really add any value on this thing, so... All right, the place of the ISOs, they're all great. I can give this team an A. So really, really decent job for HULKsmith. They're getting docked because of the placement on their Phoenix. And then this is a terrible waste of Gamma. Don't use Gamma in 5. Remember, guys, don't just have a good game. Be good to yourselves and others too. And I'll see you next time. Bye.